Good afternoon, everybody. Keith Whitman along with Christian Blevins and Rob Mullins on the camera. And it is that time of year again. And from the great Andy Williams, wonderful time of the year, it's Friday night football here in East Texas. And myself, Christian, and Rob are here at Homer Norville Field in Kaufman, Texas, to bring you tonight's action between the visiting Rusk Eagles and Kaufman Lions. It turned out to be a beautiful day here. We thought it was going to rain, and luckily it didn't because we are actually outside, Christian. We're sitting in the stand amongst the fans.
Yeah, we thought we were going to be in the press box, but we are outside, and it looks pretty nice for now. I'm not jinxing the rain.
And we are praying that it stays that way. We have a lot of equipment out here, and plus, I don't want to mess up my hair, Christian, and because I have a beautiful head of hair. And I don't want to mess that up.
Well, I have dreads, so I don't want to mess with my hair either.
Well, I wouldn't want to mess up my dreads either. But we got a good game coming up here shortly, and about 8 minutes and 49 seconds coming up for a fantastic game. We're going to talk a little bit about that here shortly. But before we do, we got senior night here at Homer Norville Field. And once again, we're glad that you're with us here at NetSN. We've had a long summer away from the broadcast booth, and it's kind of nice to be back in the headset, Christian, and be able to be with the people and the fans.
Honestly, it really, really is, because, and I got to tell you, man, I missed you. So
well, it's good to be missed.
So I mean, it's really, really good to be back. It's really, really have high school football back, and these two teams are I mean, they may not be as good as everybody says they are, but in person they are tough. Sure, they had a tough district. They had to play in a district with Anna, and Anna eventually won the state championship, beating Chapel Hill, going through a really tough playoff to do so.
Yes.
So Anna easy last year, and they really don't have it easy this year. I mean, when you really look at their schedule, I mean, it's pretty tough.
And here come the Kaufman Lions onto the field, and we are, like we said, amongst the fans, and hopefully we're going to try to be as loud as we can so you can hear us over the rowdy fans on the Kaufman side, and we'll do our best. And you mentioned just a minute ago that you missed me, and we are missing someone tonight. I want to do a shout out to my beautiful daughter and forever sidekick on the broadcast, intern Claire. She's down at college. We dropped her off and kind of kicked her out of the truck at college down at San Marcos at Texas State University. But she is hopefully watching. If not, she's with us in spirit and probably ridiculing me and making bad dad jokes right now. But we do miss her and wish her the best. She'll be on with us throughout the season when she does decide to come home and join us. But she's always with us. We're going to take time and break away for the national anthem here shortly. So I think we're going to go to that right now, Christian, and we'll be right back. We're going to go to the national anthem right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem.
That was the national anthem brought to you by, sounded like the Kaufman Band. And we have the captains that are going to come out. And we're going to look at who the captains are for the Kaufman Lions. And I'm going to have Christian look over and do the captains for Rusk here in a minute. As I look at the Lions, we'll tag team it here, make sure we get everything.
For the Rusk Eagles, number 1, Adrian Tumblin.
Go ahead and give us Rusk.
Number 11, Colton Anderson. And then number 13 is Tyrone Ruff. And then that'll be it.
So that's all for Rusk. And then for Kaufman, you have number 22, Pate Bowers. Quarterback number 14, Ty Burleson. Number 12, Cole Martin. And number 5, Jonathan Wren. And that's for the Kaufman Lions. Let's see how it goes. It looks like Russ is going to win the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. And they're going to kick off, and they're going to elect to go on defense for the first. And Christian, that's what a lot of good defensive teams do. They elect
great defenses
to go on there to start things off first on defense. So Kaufman will get the ball first, and we'll see how they do, as this is going to be the start off for the season, the 2024 season of football here on Friday night for NetSN. And we are so excited to be here in Kaufman. And we're amongst the crowd. It's kind of neat. We've never done a football game that's actually in the stands. So this is going to be a different experience for us here to do this. But we are happy to be with you. We are on YouTube. And with that, you can chat with us. Go ahead and chat and let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for tonight's game. And tonight's game is brought to you by Brandy Garner, Texas Farm Bureau. Here comes Rusk out to the field. And getting ready to kick off. Looks like number 13, Alizek Land, is that Land of Day, I believe. No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Looking at the wrong roster. That's for you.
Thank you.
I think you have 2 Rusk rosters, and I have 2 Kaufmans. It's going to be returned, and it gets past the 35 to the 40.
Might be gone.
Past midfield, and that's going to be Jonathan Wren. He gets to the 20, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. No laundry on the field. Touchdown, Kaufman. He caught that about the 15-yard line in his own territory. So just like that, Kaufman is on the board. And I didn't even get a chance to breathe, really, before Kaufman gets on the board for a touchdown.
I mean, it looked like Russ didn't even have a chance. I mean, if you watch the whole kickoff, I mean, nobody wrapped up, even attempted to wrap up, really.
Wow. And set up for the extra point. And that was a beautiful run down the sidelines. He kind of went right up the middle. Wren did.
Well, nobody really wrapped up and made a tackle.
And the extra point is blocked. And it's going to be picked up and brought down on the sidelines. It's going to be number 18 for Rusk. And once again, you have the roster. Hold on just a second. So just like that, Kaufman is up. And we'll be right back. You're watching Friday Night Football on NetSN.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
And we are back in Kaufman, excuse me. Put the score back correctly. So with just 11 seconds off the clock here, with 11:49 left in the first, Kaufman leads 6-0. That's going to be a little razzle-dazzle, trying to fake people out here.
That looks familiar.
Trying to do some craziness, I guess.
Don't be shocked they kicked the number 10.
They're going to do a little pooch kick high over to number 14. That's going to be Tyrone Ruff. Ruff's going to come around to the outside looking for a hole. Doesn't find one. Gets taken down about the 30-yard line. And looks like he's taken down by number 12, Cole Martin. Tell us a little bit about the offense for Rusk there, Christian. You know a little bit about it. You saw some scrimmages.
A little bit of action a couple of weeks ago. So Rusk, they really don't know what the identity at quarterback is because their quarterback last year went back to his hometown. So now they have a quarterback now where they are just trying to see what this offense is going to look like this year with this guy.
It's going to be handoff up the middle, and he's taken down after about a couple of yards. I'm trying to see who it was. And the quarterback for Rusk right now is, can't really tell. It looks like number 2, Walker Bateman. It's going to be number 5. We're going to find out who number 5 is. He's not on our roster. We tried to get a roster before the game, but was unsuccessful, but we will before the end. It's going to be a handoff to number 2. That's Walker Bateman. He comes around to the outside, tries to do a little end around and doesn't get very far. Gets about 4 or 5 yards before he's taken down by number 22, Pate Bowers. So they're bringing up, third down and about 5 on the play, as they're sitting at the 35-yard line in their own territory.
And you know what? Even though that Kaufman had a rough year last year, they still have a great defense.
Here's the snap. He's going to be rolling out to the right-hand side, number 5, and he's hit in the backfield and throws it out of bounds. And he was kind of a desperation throw, but outside the pocket, and there's the flag. I was waiting for that. And the Eagles, very ill-advised play by the quarterback there.
It was ill-advised. You know, that's what I'm saying.
So it's going to be a spot foul. It's going to be a loss of down. So not only do they go to 4th down, which they were really going to do anyway, but it's really the same as a sack.
Yeah.
And they go loss of down. They're 4th down at about 14 from their own 27-yard line, looks like. So the punt team's going to come on the field for the Eagles. And Jonathan Wren back deep for the return. He's the one that ran that all the way back on the kickoff. So we'll see what he does here. It's going to be a short kick right around midfield. It's going to drop. And out of bounds goes the ball. Pardon me. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions at around the 34-yard line. Hey, go see if you can take a picture of a roster for Rusk. So the band is playing. Love that sound. And here comes the Lion offense. And it's the first time we're really going to see them this game.
Play clock. 25 seconds.
And the play clock, they're weren't watching. The referee was trying to get him to put it back up, but they didn't do it. It's going to be a handoff around the outside. Missed a tackle there. And that's going to be Eliza Rose, and gets around the line to gain and see what they mark it as. Could be a first down. It's going to be out short. It's 2 yards short. Looks like he went out of bounds at around the 42-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Lions. But a good offensive push there. 9:28 left in the first quarter. Ball on the 34. Excuse me, it's going to be the 32. Excuse me, 42. Another handoff. And Rose is going to get hit in the backfield. He kind of got hit at the line, and he backed up, did a little hopping and jiving, and didn't really go any farther. Number 22 for the defense. Got it. What? What?
His name is Jonathan Stearns.
Okay, we'll write it down on yours and then write it down on mine. Fix yours and then fix mine. And that's going to be a pass to the outside. He's tripped up.
He got the first down.
He sure did. That was a good job. A good hours was the receiver on that, and does get enough just to get a first down, I believe. They were on the 42. He got a 2-yard gain. So a good job by the Lions. Ty Burleson is the quarterback.
And I wonder if he is related to Jeremy Burleson, the head coach of the Kaufman Lions.
You never know. Man in motion. That's going to be Wren in motion to the outside. Burleson goes back, throws, and has a wide open receiver, but just throws it out of the reach, the intended receiver.
Incomplete.
Looks like the intended receiver was Aljor Miles II. Awesome name, by the way. Aljor Miles II. Love it. Here we go, 2nd down and 10. And Burleson backs. And a good throw to the outside. And that's Miles. His ball stripped. And it's going to be picked up by the Eagles. So the Eagles will take over. No, I'm sorry, they didn't, which I couldn't see. So I apologize. It looks like they got a first down. They must have called him down. It looks like they said he was down before the ball was stripped out. So it'll be 1st down and 10. Burleson back in shotgun. And handoff up the middle, wide open. And gets down to about the 8-yard line, brought down from behind.
I mean, I don't
by number 18. So 1st down and goal from the 9-yard line. .720 left on the clock. Burleson barking out orders. Sets up. There's the snap. Handoff up the middle. And it's going to be Rose up the middle. Gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage, but drives his feet a little more. Gets about 3 yards on the gain. So it'll bring up 2nd down and goal. it must have been a fumble. I didn't see that. We got people in front of us, so
Yeah,
I'm
we
missing
do.
a lot. We're trying to adjust the best that we can. And so I apologize. We're missing things here left and right, ladies and gentlemen, and we do apologize. It's different calling a game from sitting amongst the fans. So the Eagles will have it, though, and that's going to be a run.
Flores.
And that was number 7.
First contact for the line.
And we're still trying. We've been trying to communicate with Rusk to get a accurate roster. The roster I got was as accurate as I could get. And so we're going to get that as soon as possible, though. A handoff up the middle. It looks like Walker Bateman. That's who's on my roster, number 2, or excuse me. No, I apologize. That was number 5. Third down and about 5. As the Eagles are deep in their own territory. There's the snap, handoff. No, he keeps it. It's quarterback keeper, and he gets scrambled up, but gets a good play. And I think it's going to be a little bit of a face mask there, Christian.
Yeah, it's going to be first down. There's a flag on the play.
A little laundry on the field.
Stop. Got a 50 flag on the play.
And Stearns' face mask was yanked back.
Yeah, he went from looking upfield to looking down at the line of scrimmage, or looking down at the field. So that was really quick. And a pass to the outside, a good shot, but only a yard gain on that play.
It's a great catch, but
Arthur Hill with the catch.
it's got a little blasted.
Jeremiah Brown there to make the stop. Get it one on the play. Second down, 9.
And there's a handoff up the middle, only about a 2-yard gain.
Man.
And so Rusk just not able to get anything going.
Tristan Renteria there to make the stop. They're making a third down, 7.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Eagles. They're still in their own territory. I don't think they've crossed midfield yet, with 4 minutes, 21 seconds left in the first quarter.
And Russ has all their weapons on one side. They only have 2 receivers in. He's in motion now.
And in motion, handoff up the middle, finds a hole, gets a good little rush there, but is hit at right about 1.5 yards from the line to gain. So it's going to be a 4th down and about 2. They're going to park it at about 2. So
They're making 4th down and 2.
and the punt unit is going to come on.
Jonathan Reed back deep.
Sometimes on plays like that, you know, if you're 3 yards away from the first down, you would normally go for it.
Well, but the way that they've been going right now, they just haven't gotten their momentum. That's going to be a high.
Community-based health centers providing affordable health care services to East Texas families. With 4 locations in Tyler, we offer family medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN services, internal medicine, and counseling. Our Jacksonville Health Center brings family medicine, pediatrics, and women's health services to the tomato capital of the world. And we serve our Henderson County neighbors at our Athens Health Center, offering family medicine, pediatrics, and women's health services. With a commitment to meet the needs of the communities we serve, we look forward to working with you as partners in care and are here for you and your family every step of the way. We accept private insurance, Medicare.
And we're back. A play was just made, and it was an incomplete pass. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. And an official timeout on the field.
Looks like there's a little confusion.
And I think they got started kind of like we did. They started a little bit faster than we thought they were going to be. We would have gotten back from the break faster. And I think the clock guy up in the stands, of course, you know, he's inside, Christian.
Yeah, he's inside and we're outside.
Must be nice. 3:09 left in the first quarter. Kaufman leads 6-0 after that amazing 11 seconds into the game with a kickoff return for a touchdown to start the game off. But not much going on as offense so far on both sides. And another timeout. And a timeout is actually called by Kaufman. So he's going to have a conversation with the referee, but that puts a timeout out of their repertoire there.
Because of the clock error. Second game clock with a play clock to 40. Kaufman is not charged with a timeout.
Oh, they didn't charge Kaufman a timeout.
Oh, wow. No running back in the backfield. This might be a trick play.
Open backfield. It's going to be a handoff over to Wren. And he trips up self-tackleization there and hits the dirt. Loss of about 2 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is one thing that Rusk has to do. They have to be really consistent on defense, because if not, Kaufman can run away with this game. I mean, Kaufman is really, really good offensively from what we've seen early.
Well, they have the ability. Wren is one of many that can do it. Burleson has an arm on him. He just needs to find the receivers. Wren in motion. It's going to be 3rd down and long. Burleson back, but a little rush by
and he's down.
The Eagles, and he's down in the backfield. A great job by the defense of Rusk. Fantastic play call. And they bring that backside blitz, and Burleson just didn't react fast enough, but I don't think it would have mattered, Christian.
And Stearns was on his back.
Yeah.
I mean, from what we've seen, he is a really, really fast guy, not just at the quarterback position, but when he rushes off that edge, I mean, it is a terror. I mean, I saw it a couple of weeks ago when they played Brook Hill in a scrimmage.
And that was fantastic. So it's going to be first down and long. And one of the big nasties got to run on late there for the punt team. And here we go. It's going to be a punt. And a good rush by the Eagles. It's going to be punted over around the 45-yard line. It's going to go out at the 39. They're going to mark it at the 40. And that's where the Eagles will have it with 1:33 left in the first quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching NetSN live from Kaufman.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with...
And we're back. They come out quick. They're not playing here. Or they're playing, but they're not playing. You know what I mean. You got it.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10. This is the close to midfield as Rusk has been in a while. I think the entire game, and it's going to be no gain on the play. Had a lot of movement there, Christian, just to gain no yardage.
I mean, the offensive line, they had it. They had a wide open hole to run through. It's just I don't think the running back really saw it.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. He went a long way to go nowhere. But hopefully this will do better on this 2nd and 10. Just under a minute left in the first quarter. Clock is counting down. 12 seconds on the game clock. I mean on the play clock, excuse me. They better hurry up because it's counting down, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout by Rusk this time.
If they didn't call it, it would have been a legal formation.
Yeah, they did. I think the coach saw that as well.
They had a guard not lined up with the other guard's feet, or really the center and the tackle.
So they're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching NetSN. Here we go. It's a snap. It's going to be high, but taken by the quarterback up the middle.
It's a good run. Maybe gain a 4 or 5.
Hey, go to the middle where the guy calling it is. Take a picture of his roster. He's got to have a roster. Or if he has an extra one, we need it. But take a risk of both of them. Sorry about that, everybody. So it's going to be 3rd down. And about 6, maybe 7, I believe. Yep, 6. And it's quarterback keeper. Gets up the middle, finds a good hole, and is stuck. And just gets about, once again, a couple of yards from the line to gain. And let's see what happens. But right now, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Your score here in Kaufman, to Kaufman, 0 to Rusk. We'll be right back. You're watching NetSN Friday Night Football. And Reed on the return as we start the second quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Brandy Garner, Texas Farm Bureau. It's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 33-yard line of Kaufman. There's the snap, and it's blocked at the line of scrimmage.
Oh,
Great
wow.
job by number 22 of Rusk. Great job. But there is a flag. We're going to see what the referee has to say just a minute. And the referees are talking. Let's go real quick.
Another receiver downfield. Number 15 was covered up. That is a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down. Second down.
So an illegal receiver downfield. And one of the receivers just covered he said it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, loss of down. So it'll be second down for Kaufman. Second and 15 from the 28-yard line. 11:45 left in the first half. Kaufman leads 6-0. Haven't had a score since the first 11 seconds of the ball game. And those first 11 seconds was a kickoff return by Kaufman. It was Jonathan Wren, a senior, did a great job to get on the board. Here come the Lions to the line of scrimmage, and here we go. Burleson in the shotgun formation, gets the ball. Hands off, no, fakes it up. Throws it to the outside as a wide open receiver, just a little high to Miles and over his head. Good coverage, but just put it right out of his reach and was unable to get anything going. Coverage by Tumblin. Adrian Tumblin, number 1 for the Eagles. Third down and 15. Ball on the 28-yard line. And we'll see what can be drawn up on the drawing board by the Lions here. And it's going to be Burleson kind of going to play action and just did not, and a little shove after the play, and it should have been.
Oh, man.
One of the big nasties there. That's going to be Preston Temple. Shoves one of the Rusk players. I'm trying to look at his number here. Little extra, what I call extracurricular activity on the field there.
And Jack Fisher did respond first,
Yeah.
but you can't respond after that.
Well, what did you learn? I learned it, but what do you always learn? The second one that hits is always the one that gets the flag.
Yeah, I mean that's just common sense football.
Long way for Kaufman. So back deep is Aiden Barnett for Rusk on the punt return. Looks like, I believe Burleson is back there to punt.
Yeah.
Yep, and he gets the punt. A good
big
punt,
leg.
high about midfield, and the fair catch called by Barnett. And that's where Rusk will take it at about the 48-yard line. Hopefully this time Rusk has yet to make it across the midfield line to get into Lion territory, and they've got 11 minutes and 29 seconds to do it here in the first half. And trying to get on that end zone.
And Jermichael Stearns has to get the ball downfield. I mean, I've seen a couple of times where he's had guys slap wide open.
Yeah, he's got to get time. He's a good little quarterback. Called by Rusk, so they're down to 1 now.
So this is what you don't want to do. I know Thomas hitting pretty well, and that is the last guy you want to make mad on planet Earth.
Yeah, he is not looking very happy, and he's all the way across the field, and I feel a little bit scared right now. We got a timeout. We're going to go for a little, and we'll be right back. You're watching NetSN. we are back. Stearns in the backfield on shotgun. He's going to toss it out. Looks like to Lane, and Lane tries to get it, but goes about a yard. Doesn't get very far. Second down and 9.
Drew Lane a couple of weeks ago, he was a shifty little guy. I mean, he can find those little holes. Kind of reminds you a little Tavon Austin a little bit when he played at West Virginia. And Stearns.
And run up the middle. Going to be third down and about 5? Yeah, 5. I had to count. Intern Claire was here. She said counting's hard. So third down and 5 from the 48-yard line. 10:23 left in the first half. Rusk down 6-0. Stearns in the backfield. Man in motion. Stearns back. Has a wide open receiver down the middle of the field.
He got him.
That's going to be Tumblin. Tumblin into the end zone. Touchdown. Eagles.
See, that's what I said. You have to look downfield. He had weapons open the entire first half.
And Stearns did a good job of kind of playing off on that little play action there, getting that cornerback to bite a little bit, and Tumblin was wide open. And just like that, Rusk is in it. Point after attempt is good, I think. Point after attempt was no good. Sorry, I was looking at something else, guys. I'm sorry about that.
So this might be a pretty tight game.
So it's 6-6 here. Tie ball game. Good job by Stearns to tumble in there. It was an awesome play there by the Eagles. Adrian Tumblin, 11th grader. So they got another year with him, Christian, and he's got a lot of speed underneath him.
Like I said, I went to go watch them a couple of weeks ago, and they have some speed on this team. The issue was the quarterback position.
Well, it didn't look like it was an issue right there.
It did not.
Carlos Gallen set to kick off the Eagles after that touchdown pass.
And here we go.
Here's the kickoff. It's going to go short, little pooch over to the side, and it's picked up. That's going to be number 2, Jacob Spoon, and I don't think they're going to risk giving it to Wren again after that first kickoff that they had.
You know what? Honestly, I don't blame Russ because I wouldn't either.
And honestly, their defense has been doing fantastic since then because Kaufman hadn't been able to do anything.
Because really, Wren, and you know, I looked him up when it came to track meets as well, and he runs a 4.4, you know, for 40s.
I don't even think I can think in a 4.4.
In the 100, I mean, he runs a pretty fast time too, so.
Heck, I don't even, maybe 4 minutes for me in 100. Burleson back and takes it, hands it off up the middle, got a wide open hole, and he knocks a couple of Eagles off. And he's still going into Eagle territory. Takes about 4 of them to take him down. And he's finally taken down, and that's going to be number 22, Peyton Bowers. And it took about 4 or 5 Eagles to finally get him on the ground to end that run and a first down for the Lions.
Timeout.
And it's going to be a injury timeout on the field.
Oh, man.
And that's tumbling. That's not good. And we're going to take a break. We'll be right back as they take a look and see what's going on. We'll be right back. We are back. So Cumberland took off on his own. Burleson gets back, has an open receiver on the sideline, wide open, and a good defense. Man. Fantastic as he closed the gap.
Braden.
That was a great job on defense as Taylor closed that gap. He was beaten, Christian, and he just...
Whitman, I wish we had a replay because I want everybody to realize how fast he caught up to him.
Honestly, he was wide. That receiver was wide open. Burleson under center looks like, he's going to go under center. You don't see that very often these days. Play action pass. Burleson to the outside, has an open receiver around the line to gain it. It dropped the pass. Intended receiver, number 19. Is that number 19? Yeah, that's number 19, Brody Burks.
With the incompletion, going to bring up 3rd down, 10.
And I'm not trying to be funny, but he should have dumped it down to Pate Bowers, who was the fullback.
Well, because there was nothing but green grass for the next 10 yards.
And the guy who was supposed to guard him, he tripped.
Right. So now instead of having 3rd down and 3 maybe, you have a 3rd down and 10 for Burleson and the Lions.
And they may try some go routes right here.
Well, they have the speed. And a grab. Fantastic. Put it up high for Miles.
He got the first.
Put it up really good, and a 1st down for the Lions. So
he was really on. He was right on the first.
They get that chance. 9:08 left in the first half, and that 1st down is the Lions knocking on the door on the 22-yard line deep in Eagle territory. Coming up at halftime, we're going to give you some scores from around East Texas. Let you know how all these first week games are going. Man in motion. Spoon. Burleson collapse, gets the ball. It's going to be a low snap. Good job. It's going to be out to the outside. I hate that play. But
what a move.
This time. A good move to juke and jive. Flag on the play. And that one's going to be coming back. I think we have a hold, possibly. And that's in the area of it because you have a what I call a big nasty out there, number 50, Sarmiento, Ernesto Sarmiento, was way far away from the line of scrimmage. And when you get a big man that far away, you get some holding going on.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was on the defense. Well, I'll be darned. I was wrong. That doesn't happen very often, Christian. Don't ask my wife or daughter, but that doesn't happen very often. I'll just tell you. So 1st and goal from the 4-yard line, and looks like Kaufman trying to get into the end zone left in the first half. They don't like the fact that the Eagles scored on them.
They really don't. And they're in stack on the right side.
Handoff up the middle, and not a go.
He's still going.
And he is. He's putting those legs to motion. That's going to be Pate Bowers. Bowers just a tough guy to bring down.
I spoke too soon.
However, when you have number 74, Carter Howland, who's a big old boy himself, he kind of didn't let anything happen, and it's actually a loss on the play of 1 yard. So 2nd down and goal from the 5 instead of the 4. I mean, nickels and dimes, but still. A good play by the defense to stuff them and take him back by a yard. It's going to be second down. Here's Burleson in the backfield. Man in motion.
They're in stack again on the left side.
Jeremiah Brown, and
he's going to run in.
To the outside. He's going to run in. He gets slammed at about the 2-yard line where he goes down. I couldn't see. I believe it was number 20. And that's going to be Dayton Peary, the junior linebacker, and takes him down. So it's going to be a third down. Burleson saw nothing but black in that end zone, thought he was going to get it. And Peary said, no, sir, and took him to the ground. So a good job from that linebacker position to take that pursuit angle and knock him down before he gets into the end zone. Third down and 2. Third down and goal from the 2. 7:30 left in the first half. Under center, Burleson, little push,
touchdown,
and puts it up the middle. Touchdown. JoJo Hernandez is the center there. He got behind him and pushed him forward a little bit and got into the end zone.
I'll tell you what, Whitman, as a Cowboy.
Whoa, they got the blinking lights out here for the touchdown. I thought we were losing something.
I tell you what, Whitman, as a Cowboys fan, you might not be happy about that play because y'all's rival is the Philadelphia Eagles.
I know. I said tush push, and I did it just for one person that's listening. Just one person. And it's my beautiful daughter, intern Claire.
Wow.
And I did it. I said it for her. Here's the extra point. It's up. It's good. So it's 7:20 left in the ball game. 13-6. Excuse me, not in the ball game. In the first half, 13-6 is your score as Kaufman takes the lead. We'll be right back. You're watching NetSN live from Homer Norville Stadium.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
And we are back. About to start a little kickoff here, and I think we had a flag.
Received a 3 on the offense. He's a receiver 3 second. Therefore, he is disqualified for the game.
And we have a disqualification for another unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's going to be on number 70 for Kaufman. Excuse me, number 70. I guess it's number 73. And I believe that's who it was, number 73, Preston Temple. He got his second unsportsmanlike conduct there on the extra point. And that disqualifies him from the game. He is no longer in the game.
And as a coach, that really ticks you off as a coach because your player is basically letting down your teammates. And
right.
when you need somebody to step up, that person may be on the bench for the rest of the game because he couldn't keep his emotions in check.
And, yes, it's early in the season. Yes, things get a little crazy, but you can't do that. That's just not – that's not what you want this early. That's not what you want at all. So the Lions getting ready to kick off. Thought we were ready, and they're going to do a little razzle-dazzle again.
25 almost kicked the ball. That would have been bad.
You got to be careful playing that game. That's a good little kickoff. It's going to be a fair catch by number 9, Trent Byers.
Myers calls for the fair catch.
And Christian, you got some game updates for us real quick. You said something about, what's the Chapel Hill score?
So right close to Houston in Nederland, Texas, Chapel Hill 21, Jasper 7.
First attempt throw, 34.
That's a good game to start off with, Chapel Hill. The talking about Anna earlier, and Anna, the state champions for District 4A last year. Chapel Hill
So there will
was
be a
in the
new
state championship. Yeah, so there'll be a new, won't be a repeat. Chapel Hill hoping to get back to that state championship and make up for the loss they had against Anna last year. Here it is, first down and 10 by the Eagles. Stearns puts a man in motion. And going to be a keeper. Tries to find a hole and finds a defender instead. I believe it was number 52, Lane Guthrie. And Guthrie says, take that out of here and don't come back. As he drops him back, it's going to be a yard loss. As forward progress put him right there. So it'll be second down and 11 now for the Eagles. Stern in the backfield. Can't tell who's next to him. Couple in motion now, including Jack Fisher. Another player in motion. Looks like it's going to be Barnett. Stearns takes the snap, gets it to Barnett, but he drops it. Puts it a little low as Stearns kind of throws it just a little bit low. But honestly, to tell you the truth, I think that was a blessing because I think Barnett was about to get blown up.
Well, both of them were
behind the line of scrimmage.
Up.
Yeah.
I mean, Stearns had a defender in his face.
Yeah. I don't know how pretty or how good that would have been for either the quarterback Stearns or Barnett, the receiver on that. So third down and 11. And man in motion.
Oh, wow, it should have been a flag.
Stearns going to be in the offense, drops the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So a loss on the play as Stearns just loses it.
There should have been a flag on that play. One of the linemen jumped back a little bit.
Richard Reed, number 28, credited with causing the fumble.
So fourth and a long way to go. So the punt team's going to get out there and try to do some damage, as the Eagles did not want that to happen, being down by 7.
Fourth down, 17.
Here's the kick.
Punt underway.
And a fair catch called for.
Jonathan Wren calls for the fair catch.
And Wren is going to be at the 45-yard line. That's where the Lions will have it.
10 at their own 45-yard line. 6:13 left in the first half.
6:13 left in the first half. And I tell you what, I'm looking around at this stadium, and one of the things that I see is the scoreboard. And if I can get Rob's attention, Rob, is looking at the scoreboard for this stadium. It's a phenomenal looking scoreboard that they have out here at Homer Norville Stadium. And a lot of the stadiums you're going to see this year with going out to the fields, you're going to have that kind of scoreboard going on, and I love it. Burleson get the snap, hands it off to Rose. Rose finds a hole and breaks the tackle.
He might be
He's going down to the 30, to the 25, 20, 15, 10, has a hole 5, gets in and down to the 1-yard line. It's tumbling. And that was Elijah Rose. So first and goal from the 2-yard line. Actually, it's about the 1 3/4 yard line, but either way you roll it, it's right there on the end zone line. It'll be first down. And a timeout's going to be called by Kaufman. That'll be their first. And I'm looking at the scoreboard, and I think they have them backwards where the timeouts are.
Yeah.
I don't think they know. But, yeah, it's going to be they have Rusk has 1 timeout left in the half, and Kaufman has 2 timeouts left in the half. And with this timeout, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back here at Norville Stadium. Field, excuse me. We'll be right back. It's going to be a handoff to the outside, and he's in for the touchdown.
Easy touchdown.
And who was that? Was that Wren, Jonathan Wren? No, that was number 0, Jeremiah Brown. Hard for me to see the numbers sometimes. And there goes the lights again. And let me tell you something. I want to show my age here. They couldn't do that when I played football, Christian.
No.
They had those gas lights, and those things go off. Takes about 45 minutes to an hour to come back on once they've been on.
Well, unfortunately, this is my generation, so.
Well, you got the cool one because I did not. Here's the point after attempt. And that's going to be Matthew Renteria. He's going to try to get it up there and go, and there's the kick. It's up, and it's through. Good. So that's going to put it up 20-6 with 5:52 left in the first half. As Rusk trails Kaufman now by 14. So Rusk got to do a little something either right before half, or coach is going to have to bring something up and write something up at halftime. Speaking of halftime, we're going to bring you the halftime shows for the bands. We're going to let you watch that. We'll do a wide shot of the field and let you be able to watch both bands perform. And so you'll be able to do that. And hope you'll be able to enjoy that. But before that starts, we'll be able to give you some scores and try to give you some scores. And even after that, we'll give you some more scores that's going on around East Texas. We're so glad that you're watching with us here on NetSN. And I have to say, Christian, it's kind of we kind of talked about being out into the crowd,
right,
and sitting up at the top of the stands here and not being in a press box. It's kind of been nice. It's nice and cool out here, and pardon me, really hadn't been bad.
Honestly, it really hasn't. I mean, we've seen a lot being out here.
I have had people stand in my way a little bit, but other than that.
But you know what? It's all right, though. It's all right.
Not too bad. Not too shabby. Here's the kickoff. And that's going to go out of the hands, and it does hit number 18, Lane. And Lane goes zone, and he's going to be taken in. It's a safety.
That was not a smart play.
And
they're not going to call it?
Well, they're going to say if it's forward motion, but forward progress. But I was about to say he made a football move inside the end zone, and that is a safety. That's going to put 2 more on the scoreboard for the Lions, and a bad move.
I'll tell you what, receiver
by Lane.
I'll tell you what, receiver Jacob Spoon. I mean, he was furious at the ref. I mean, I at least thought that it would have been a safety.
Well, it is a safety. So your thought was correct. It was a safety, and he made a move. He should not have gone into the end zone. He established himself into the end zone. If anything, if he wanted to, he didn't. He tried to get out. If he'd have gotten out of the end zone and stayed, he'd have been fine. And forward progress would have taken him back into the end zone from being out. He would have been fine. And I'm not rambling, I promise. There is coherence in what I'm saying, but yes, it was a safety. It was not a bad call. The referees did a good job. And 2 more points on the board for the Lions. And guess what? They get the ball with 5:42 left, and they're going to get it in good position as the Eagles are going to have to kick off from the 20-yard line. and not really something they really wanted to do. And I bet you the coach is not very happy right now. You know him.
He'll blow up like a time.
I would not want to be in that locker room at halftime. I'll tell you that right now.
You know what? My dad, he coached with Thomas sitting at Chapel Hill, and you know, I got to tell you, we played Pleasant Grove one time, or really not Pleasant Grove, but Port Nature's Grove, and we were down by 10 points, and he was not happy in that locker room. I actually remember him throwing a couple of chairs.
Landa Verde back to kick off after the safety from the 20-yard line. Here comes the kick. Let's see if they're going to kick it back deep, and they are. It's going to be a good kick. It's going to go back at the 40-yard line. And it's going to be taken by Rose. Rose going to find a little bit of a hole, but he's hit. And tries to spin out of it, but not able to do it that time.
Trent Byers laid a lick.
Yeah, and Colton Anderson just hung on and brought him down. Did a good job of saving that touchdown, as Anderson does, to bring him in. It's going to be first. The Lions do get into Rusk territory. First down and 10 from the 39-yard line of the Eagles. 5:35 left in the first half. 22-6 is your score as the Eagles trail. And Lions going to try to put 6 more, maybe 7 more on the board before going in at half to maybe break the back. But I wouldn't count Rusk out. They've shown some life on the offense, but their defense is kind of lacking. Burleson's back at a hold on the play, but no flag.
Oh, man.
And he had so much real estate on that defensive player, he could have put a house on that thing.
Overthrown.
I don't know where that referee was looking, but he sure wasn't watching the game.
You know what? I got to be
gracious.
honest. As a former Texas high school football player, it infuriates me sometimes because, you know, when I played, we had a lot of calls that were just like, okay, ref, what are you doing?
Ernesto Sarmiento must like number 17, Jack Fisher, because he was sure hugging him and grabbing him and pulling him towards him. It's going to be second down and 10. Burleson hands off up the middle. Goes nowhere is Pate Bowers, excuse me. It's dark over here. Pate Bowers takes it up the middle for a yard gain. It's going to be third down and 9. And they're just kind of running the clock now, just over 5 minutes, right at 5 minutes left in the first half. 22-6 is your score here at Homer Norville Field in Kaufman, Texas, on the campus of Kaufman High School. It's a beautiful campus. I've never been here, Christian, so it's a beautiful one for me. Burleson.
Oh, the ball is out.
Snap. And they're going to call it. Yes. Eagles take the ball, and they'll get it. And so after that, the Eagles are going to take it. Just got an update on a score. Van and Dallas Carter at halftime. Van leads 14-13 over Dallas Carter. In Dallas Carter, looks like.
That is.
that's an update of what I've got. We're going to double check that, but that's an update on our NetSN app.
Sure
Go to the NetSN app. Do what?
Make sure that's not wrong, because that's
we're gonna check that out. But that's what hey, you never know. Van's good. We're gonna first and 10 for the Eagles. 4:41. Stearns gets the ball, and it's gonna be a handoff. More like a toss-off, really, but a good job by Aiden Barnett to get about 3 yards on the play. Goes out of bounds and stops the clock. No, they didn't stop the clock. It's going to keep it going. And it'll be second down and 8. And a timeout's going to be called by the referee. And I believe, I'm trying to see what. I didn't hear what he said. Oh, had a clock issue. Going to put 4:29 back on the clock. And Russ thought it was a timeout. They were going to the sidelines, but they have to come back. 4:29 on the clock. It was 4:14, and I guess they kept it running. I was right. Christian.
Yeah,
I was right.
you were.
He went out of bounds. The clock should have stopped. Little home cooking, I guess, on the clock over there. And a handoff up the middle, and a good job to find the hole. He kept his feet as Van Dorian Horn puts it up the middle and gets a few more yards. It'll be 3rd down and around 6. So a big 3rd down for the Eagles to keep this drive alive and to keep them at least in the ballgame for the halftime. .353 left in the first half. 22-6 is your score.
Motion.
And
Stearns
with the throw, has a receiver, and
that's a
flag if I've ever seen
big
one.
one.
And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this with as much conviction as I can say. That was the best penalty I've seen all game long.
Really?
As a pass interference
Really?
penalty. And let me tell you something. As a coach, he just saved a touchdown.
He did.
He just saved a touchdown. You got 3 minutes, 35 seconds left. And as a coach, I would say, hey, look, you're about to be beat, just grab him.
Right.
Just grab him. Pull him down. Because your defense has been doing good. Your defense has been doing great all game long. You've held them to 6. You're about to get beat. I mean, a little bit more blatant than I probably would have wanted it. I would have said just grab him, hold him a little bit, make it a little bit more inconspicuous. Don't lay him out. But, hey, you got to do what you got to do. So Stearns is going to hand off to the outside. And no gain on the play. Bowers with the tackle. And the clock is still running. No sense of urgency quite yet, but it is just halftime. Stearns.
You have to get in the end zone.
Yeah.
Get something downfield.
Man in motion. Stearns keeps it and tries to get around, but give me back Kaufman. I gave you. Had a little miscommunication with my partner here. I gave him the wrong thing. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10.
Running
Handoff
draw.
up the middle. Good job. And he tried to find a hole.
So it is decision time.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout by Kaufman. And that'll bring him down to 1.
So the one thing I do know about Thomas Sidden, he is a gambler. So he's not afraid to go for it. But at this point, do you think it is wise to punt? Well, I think it would be.
Yeah. Well, that's a very valid question. I don't know. I mean, you got 2:17 left on the clock. You got 1 timeout for both teams. Your defense has not been playing very well here in the first half.
It really hasn't.
So I don't know. We got another score update, 32-0. Center leads Jacksonville at halftime. Center kind of putting the stank a little bit on Jacksonville this year. I have a bad feeling for Jacksonville. I feel bad for them. They got a good little program over there. They've just been struggling over the last few years.
I'll tell you what is a good score, 7-2 Kilgore up against Carthage right now.
Wow. Who Kilgore's winning?
Kilgore is winning.
I don't know who to be happy about on that. It's going to be 4th down. And it looks like the Eagles are going to go for it. Man in motion, Stearns passes it over to the outside.
Oh, no.
And that just got blown up as Drew Lane just could not find a lane to get to. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. Did the lights go out? Did I see something? Sorry, I thought I saw something. Felt like the lights. So it's going to be first down and 10. It's going to be handoff to the outside. And a good run as Elijah Rose finds it. Tries to find a hole to the outside. Gets pushed all the way out.
Be 2 yards short.
And a good job by Aiden Barnett. So it'll be second down and 1, 2:07 left. And I do want to apologize real quick. First of all, we'll do that here in a minute. It's going to be second down and 1, and that's going to be a timeout, I believe, by
Strong
Rusk.
formation on defense.
Yep, Rusk is going to call a timeout.
It looks like they didn't even have the 3 receivers who was stacked.
So I'm looking at the chat, guys, and by the way, you can chat with us as this game goes on, and we would love for you to do so. I want to apologize to you earlier about the mix-up on the rosters. We took the roster off of a online Max Preps and tried to find a roster before the game started. The roster we got apparently had some wrong names. So Walker Bateman, we're sorry about that. You're sitting home watching it, and sorry about that. But hey, man, you got your name called out, so good for you. Way to do some things, from sitting on your back to the play. Second down. And Burleson goes back on the play action, gets hit as he throws. Wide open receiver that's going to be Pate Bowers, and he drops the ball. Wide open receiver.
Spencer Barnett.
Yeah, Barnett was he on coverage?
He was not on coverage, but he was. However, he almost got called for a flag because he did hit number 22 above the area in the head. So
yeah, you got to be careful with that. It's going to be third down. 2:01 left in the first half. And Burleson under center, little up the middle, gets hit hard by Dayton Peary, but a first down is made as he gets past the line to gain. And as soon as they set the line, it's going to go. Clock continues to go. Minute 51, first down and 10. No timeouts left for Kaufman, so they're going to have to just keep it going. They're going to try to get into the end zone before the end of the half. Burleson
wide open receiver. Man.
And he's there. Touchdown, Kaufman. That's Alger Miles, the second, with the touchdown. A great play. It's a 43-yard touchdown pass. And some extracurricular
and
activity.
The lights again.
They got a poltergeist here at Homer Norville Field. So an extra point is coming up.
That is the second time Barnett has been beat tonight.
Renteria getting ready. Here's the kick. It's up. And the kick is good. So with 1:33 left in the first half. 29-6 as Kaufman just adds on to that lead. We'll be right back. Don't go away. And we're back. Lane and Barnett back deep for the Eagles with 1:33 left. 29-6 is your score. Eagles with one timeout left in the first half.
I'll tell you what, they could try an onside kick if they keep doing it.
And there's the kick to Lane.
Drew Lane.
And Lane is down
man.
about the 20-yard line. So it's going to be first down and 10 from the 20. And we'll see what the Eagles will do with a minute 28 left in the first half. And we'll get some scores for you, and we'll go to halftime. Don't forget to chat with us if you'd like to. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. We'd love to hear from you. Stearns with the pass to the outside. A good catch.
Oh,
but
man.
Easily taken down and quickly taken down. That's Jeremiah Brown. And the clock's just going to continue, and I'm sure they just got one more play in them. As second down comes, I don't think Sitton's going to try anything spectacular here as they're down.
If I'm
29-6.
If I'm the offense coordinator, I'm trying to get the ball downfield. At least that has worked for Rusk.
Man in motion. Stearns with the handoff up the middle. That's going to be Lane.
Good run.
And good run to the outside. He's driven out of bounds. That's going to keep the clock running at 46 seconds. One timeout left in the first half, so we'll see what happens. They're going to run the clock. They stop the clock again. Wrong side of the home cooking there, Christian.
Yeah, pretty much.
So 32 seconds left. And it's going to be a handoff. Lane on the outside, goes around the outside and gets to the 40-yard line. 14 seconds, waiting to see what happens. Sitton going to call his timeout. Clock stops while they regroup. And it's going now to 10, down to 9. Waiting to see. And they're just going to let it run out. And that's going to be the last play of the first half. Pardon me. So we go to halftime with the score 29-6. Christian, why don't you give us some scores across the area real quick before we go to commercial, and then as the bands get everything going?
Well, Carthage has finally scored. Still getting a look at that, but Carthage has finally scored. It is 9-7. Chapel Hill is up on Jasper 35-14. Gilmer looking to pull off a little upset as they are up on Pine Tree 15-7. Also, Palestine is losing big to Nacogdoches 27-19. Excuse me, 27-3. And right now, Athens and Henderson 0-0.
Well, good deal. All right, everybody, we're going to go quick commercial, and then we'll be back as the Rusk Band takes the field. You're watching NetSN live from Homer Norville Field in Kaufman, Texas. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Testing 1, 2. And testing one. Oh, hey, you got me. We're here in Kaufman. Sorry about that. We're watching the halftime show here at the Rusk Kaufman game. Glad that you're with us. Up next now is the band and halftime show for Kaufman High School. Hope that you're enjoying the halftime show. Stick with us for the second half of the Eagles and Lions.
Technical difficulties on those.
And we are back at Homer Norville Field on the campus of Kaufman High School here in Kaufman, Texas, to bring you the second half of the Kaufman Lions versus Rusk Eagles. And Christian, what do you think happened in the Rusk locker room during halftime?
There was probably a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, and a lot of cussing.
Well,
but I think the reason for that is because, for one, they haven't played well on defense. I mean, they're getting drilled up front, and I think especially like when you rush three and then you look up and you see that it's a run.
Yeah.
And
just a rough time there for Rusk. We want to thank you for Brandy Garner, Texas Farm Bureau. Halftime show was brought to you by that. Our sponsor, Texas Farm Bureau, Brandy Garner. And we're about ready to kick off for the second half. Little razzle-dazzle. And Lane is going to let it drop in front. And good for him. Last time he tried to catch it and went over his head, he got a safety out of it. So we're going to get started here as the Eagles, who deferred after winning the toss, they deferred to the second half, so they'll have the ball on the 12-yard line, the 17-yard line to start off the second half. And they didn't get much started, Christian, on offense there in the first half. They had one good play to Tumblin, a good heck of a pass, but they didn't really get anything else going.
Well, I will tell you this, that Tumblin has been wide open most of the game. I'm just going to be completely honest with you, but the one thing for us is that you have to get the ball downfield. They haven't been able to do that.
Well, let's see how they do. A little blitz up the middle as Lane takes it up the middle, gets a good 9-yard run. And a good way to start things off.
Jimmy Crawford, he blitzed, but missed the A-gap.
Well, missed a perfect opportunity as well.
Gain it 9 on the plate, second down, 1.
So that'll bring up second down and 1. A good job by the Eagles to get things started here in the second half. Hopefully things will turn up. Another handoff.
Right side.
Oh, no.
In the backfield.
And that's going to be a handoff and a loss on the play of about 2. Looks like in not the direction you really want to go.
And Spoon was right in on the tackle. The quarterback.
And there's the punt. It's going to be a high. And he called for a fair catch, and then he tries to run with the ball. I don't know really what Jonathan Wren was thinking. But apparently
he wanted another touchdown. That's what he wanted.
I guess so. He wanted to try to run with the ball, but it didn't really work in his favor. You can't wave your hand and then grab the ball and run. I guess he thought because it bounced he could do that, but it didn't work. But the Lions will get the ball for their first offensive touch in the second half in the Eagle territory at the 45 or 46-yard line. It'll be first down and 10, 9:46 left in the third. So we'll see what they can do on this as Burleson gets the play, gets ready to go. And there's the snap. It's going to be a handoff. And that's going to be Rose to the outside. 3. And I have a feeling, Christian, and if I was Kaufman as the coach, I would just run the ball and therefore control the clock here in the second half and just let this. I mean, you had a little over 2-hour first half, and I would control the clock as much as possible, but it looks like he's going to pass the ball. Burleson with the pass, and it's
what a catch!
And right into the hands.
Oh.
And that's going to be into the hands of Alger Miles, the second, who got the 43-yard touchdown to end right at the end of the first half. And so with that, it's going to be a first down and 10 for
I mean, it was perfect by Dade Imperial. I mean, it really should have been an interception.
Well, not only that, but it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and then it was tipped right in front of Miles. And Miles just did a good job, and that is actually perfection on how you're supposed to play that tip drill.
Partner, I think they're going to run the ball.
And nope, they're going to throw it to the outside, but it looked like it hit the ground, and they're going to call it an incomplete pass. I was wondering if they're going to do that. And let me tell you something, the referee's just standing there. He was looking straight at it, and the line judge, or the side judge, called it, and that's crazy.
Well, I'll tell you this, Whitman, if we had replay in Texas high school football for the entire regular season and all of the postseason, I got to tell you, half these games will probably not go the way people want it.
Right.
I mean, I pretty much about 70% of them, 70% of the calls will be overturned.
Hey, I have a score update. Shelbyville and Troop. Shelbyville's leading 21-12 over Troop right now.
Oh, man.
So hopefully Troop can come back there. You know, Trey Davis has gone up at Kansas State, so they don't have their star player. But they have some good players there in Troop, so hopefully they can knock it back. We got a Troop game coming up here in a few weeks, and against Rusk, at Rusk. So we'll be there at NetSN to bring you that game. But we're still here in Kaufman, so we'll see what goes on here. Second down and 10, and Burleson hands it off up the middle. I heard a whistle blow. I thought it was the ref, but it looked like a band. The band blew the whistle during the play. Kind of threw me off.
I think as far as running the ball, they need to get the ball to Spoon the whole rest of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy has been efficient the entire night. And honestly, if I'm Coach Burleson, I'm not going away from him either.
7:44 left in the third quarter. It's going to be third down and about 4.
And they're stacked on the left side.
And another handoff up the middle, and that's going to be to Rose. Rose has been a thorn in the side of Rusk all night long.
And he nearly lost the ball.
Yeah, we got a hurt player going to hobble off the field. Yeah, just a little, probably either a cramp or something. That's Ernesto Sarmiento. Alonzo Tejerina is going to come in to replace Sarmiento. I think he probably got a little cramp.
So I honestly think on this fourth down, you got a couple of options. I mean, it's 4th and 4. I will go fade route to the end zone.
Well, yeah, you got to do something to draw out the clock a little bit.
Or you can go speed out on the outside.
If you don't get a touchdown, you pin him deep. Burleson goes to the outside. He's to the right-hand side looking for a receiver.
Run.
He throws it, and out of the hands. We do have a flag on the backside, and I'm not sure who it's going to be. It's going to be Tumblin. Was for Rusk was kind of having a little conversation with number 15, Miles. And that's going to be on Tumblin, so they're going to decline the penalty as it was pass interference on Rusk, on Adrian Tumblin. They're going to decline the penalty. No, sorry, that was going to be on Miles. Excuse me. I guess Miles got a little handsy there.
He did push off.
So Rusk is going to get the ball, 1st and 10. And really and truly, honestly, not a bad call by Kaufman, because you pin Rusk deep in their own territory. They're on the 9-yard line. First down and 10. And we have a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on Tumblin.
Substitution infraction.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's going to be on Tilly. So that's going to back him up 5 yards. And it's first down and 15 now.
So you don't want those penalties. I mean,
well, obviously you don't want any penalty.
Well, you're already down 29-6.
Here's a snap. And that's going to be a handoff. And Lane takes it to the outside on the left-hand side, tries to get outside the tackle, and he gets hit. Good job to get past the original line of scrimmage back around. So Goes from a first and 15 to a 2nd and 9. Good play, good 6-yard run. 2nd and 9. 6:15 left in the third quarter, so a lot of clock was run by Kaufman there in their possession. It's going to be a handoff again, and I believe that's Lane once again pushing the pile, and he's taking a lot of Kaufman Lions with him, and it looks like he's going to get a first down for the Eagles. A great play by the entire team, but Lane just pushes, and that is what you call keeping those legs pumping, Christian, and that's what you do as a running back.
I don't know if you just saw Coach Jeremy Burleson that play. Honestly, I would too. I mean,
yeah.
But this defense has been dominating Rusk the entire night. But to have that happen, he's probably that kind of coach just like, okay, I don't care how much we're up by, that should not happen at all.
Turns to the handoff. Lane onto the right side, trying to get outside the tackle, gets hit, does find a hole, and finally gains positive out of a negative outcome.
Got 1 yard.
And gains 1 yard. He was hit 5 yards backfield, but he looks like he's down. We may have an injury, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to have an injury timeout on the field. And so they're going to take a little break. We're going to take a break real quick. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Lane is I think he got hit in the side or the stomach and got the wind knocked out of him a little bit there, Christian, so you never really know, but luckily he got up and he's walking off on his own power. After gaining a yard, he was hit about 5 yards in the backfield.
He was.
And gained a yard on the play, so did a good job to get positive yardage out of that. 5 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third quarter. 29-6 is the score here in this ball game as Kaufman leads. And Rusk trying to get on the board and trying to get some life, and they're showing a little bit of life here late in the third quarter. And they're slowly running out of time, however, but they are showing signs of life here. 2nd down and 9. Stearns, hands off, Lane. No, excuse me, not Lane. Who's that?
Vadarian Horn.
Horn. Martin on the stop for the Lions. Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and looks like around 4. Clock is still running at 4:19. And Stearns in the backfield. Receiver out to the left. Tilley in motion. There's the snap. Handoff up the middle. And right at the line to gain, they're going to put him a little bit short at a yard to go. It's going to be 4th down and 1.
I'm sorry.
What do you do?
You got to go for it.
Yeah, you're this late in the game.
This late in the game,
even though
you're
you're just 3:44 left in the third quarter, you are in the third quarter, but you got to do what you got to do.
And I know I've been saying throw the ball, but you can't throw the ball on this one. They've actually been doing well, establishing.
And they listen to you because they're going for it on 4th down and 1 in their own territory. They're on the 30-yard line. And handoff up the middle. That's Lane. Oh, that's what is it?
He got a lot of it.
Horn gets out almost.
The ball is out.
The ball goes out, and Kaufman's saying they have it. We're waiting to see the official.
I think Russ got back on it. They did.
And they did. They get a first down right at about the 48-yard line. Where are they going to mark it? Nope, they mark it at the 41. Excuse me, I thought it was the 44. He marked it at the 41. And a first down after a fumble, but a good job by Rusk to jump on that ball and keep things going. So here's the handoff, and that's Horn again to the outside.
Almost lost the ball again.
He did. He's having a little trouble holding on to that football.
You have to hold on to the ball. I mean, it is good. They got the gain of 1.
Horn having trouble, but gained a yard. Second down and 9 from their own 42-yard line, trying to get across midfield with 2:48 left in the third quarter. Trailing 29-6 here in Kaufman. And that rain that was supposed to be here looks like it's held off for us, thank goodness, as we are
Thank God.
uncovered. Man in motion. That's Tilly.
They blitzed.
That's a handball, and Horn is just met.
Oh, man.
And he is met by number 40, Noah Garrett. And Garrett just says, "Excuse me, sir, while I knock you down and make you lose about 5 yards on the play."
They have to throw the ball here.
Well, they have no choice.
Honestly, they have no choice. I mean, you have to get the ball downfield, and you're running out of time. You have 2 minutes left on the clock.
And if I were Kaufman, I would blitz. I would take that linebacker.
I mean, you don't want to look like Colorado last year against USC. Because they were wasting time.
Stearns. He's going to back up, but he's got a blitz to the outside, like I said, and it's picked off. Picked off by Jimmy Crawford, I believe, number 8. If I saw that correctly.
Yes, sir.
Who was that? No, it was that 21? I think I saw it wrong. Number 21, Dayton Blevins. I'm not going to call it. Is that a long-lost family member there, Christian?
I don't know.
So interception, as Kaufman just is playing a great game here, and their home opener against Rusk. 29-6, 1:36 left in the third quarter. Ball on the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Burleson still in the game. He's in the backfield. Miles was in motion. Twins to the left, single to the right. Burleson back.
Burleson.
And incomplete.
Oh, man.
As number 20 just could not hold on to it. So that's going to be 2nd down and 10. Clock's going to stop at 1:31. He's 2nd down and 10. Burleson, play action pass to the outside. Pass is completed to Jonathan Wren, gets the first down and a little bit more.
So you're up 29-6, and you know you got to be safe here.
Got a 15-yard pass on it, goes out of bounds, I believe, and he stops the clock on a first down.
A 15-yard stop route.
And that was a good pass play by Burleson on that play action. Minute 26 left. And Kaufman's not stopping. They're going, and they're trying to push it into the end zone. They're trying to make a statement here in their season home opener in front of their fans. Here's a snap. Another play action, throw to the outside, another stop route. That's going to be Loriano, number 9. I believe, is that 9 or 5?
It is 5.
That's Wren, excuse me. It's hard for me to, they get those things bunched up. Plus, I'm blind. I'm blind and deaf. Not really good combination for doing broadcasting. 2nd down and 1. And we're going to have a timeout on the field for...
17 has cramps.
And I'm trying to see, is that a timeout on
Had a player go down.
Player. We got any score updates, Christian?
Well, it still is 9-8 Carthage. Sorry, 9-7 Carthage. So that one's a tough one because Kilgore has a really, really good defense, and also Carthage has a really, really good defense.
I think Carthage is going to be a team to be reckoned with this season.
Oh, they're out for revenge.
Well, yeah. Chapel Hill kind of put a damper on them. Carthage had a state championship in their eyesight. There's a handoff by Burleson to the outside. That's
oh, man.
Rose breaks the tackle, gets down to the 5-yard line, drugged down. Let's see where they're going to spot him. They're going to spot him at the 4.
I've been saying it the entire night. Feed Elijah Rose the ball.
Elijah Rose, again, just keeps on trucking and gets down to the 4-yard line. First down and goal from the 4. And like I said,
and they probably need to run him.
Not want to stop.
And they probably need to. I would run the same play again, Whitman. They'll run the same play again.
Run that off tackle play.
Run stretch to the outside.
They're going to have a timeout on Kaufman. That's an interesting call, but he's going to do that with just 55 seconds left. We'll be right back here in Kaufman. Don't go anywhere.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
And we have a score. What did you say? White House is beating Woodrow Wilson 38-0.
Yep, 38-0. So
White House is taking that to task right now.
So honestly, I may have to apologize to the White House fans, including you.
To who? To
the White House fans, because
so don't get me wrong.
I kind of said some stuff earlier this summer that they may not be as good as they want to be.
Yes, thank you for that. Burleson with the handoff up the middle. Rose gets hit in the backfield, breaks one.
Rose,
and
touchdown.
Just does a little spin and touchdown. Kaufman.
That guy cannot be stopped tonight. That guy cannot be stopped tonight. Give this guy the ball.
Yeah, he got hit about 4 times at the line of scrimmage and still made a touchdown. A great job by Kaufman. And now we extra point after attempt. Renteria going to set it up again. Let's see what he can do. And here's the kick. It's up and it's blocked. So no extra point for Kaufman. And so yeah, I think you owe us White House fans. Now, no, don't get this straight. I work at Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
I graduated from White House, so that is a weird place for me to be.
Yeah.
As a White House Chapel Hill person, I love Chapel Hill. I love White House. So in my office, I have my White House helmet, and I have a Chapel Hill helmet, and they're sitting on the shelf, and so I have to show homage to both. But yes, it's.
Well, here's the thing. I think we both know because I graduated from Chapel Hill, and I was a part of those.
I graduated a little bit earlier than you did, but yes.
Yeah, and I was a part of those 2 teams that went back-to-back semifinals.
Yes.
And
I was way pre Pat Mahomes at White House.
Wow.
I was in the 1900s at White House, so yes. Pat Mahomes wasn't even. Yeah, he was barely alive when I was at White House, if alive, at most of the time. So yeah, but yes, I still hold a lot dear to White House, and but my home is at Chapel Hill as well because I work there and love it there. To all that are watching, but yes, White House is kicking booty right now. Just gonna say that.
And so is Chapel Hill. They're beating Jasper right now.
Yeah.
So,
but right here in Kaufman, it's 35-6. Kaufman is leading Rusk, and it's not the way Rusk wanted to start the season. They had a good season last year, making it to the playoffs. They couldn't get past the first round, but they did make the playoffs, hoping to repeat that this year. But first games are hard, Christian, and you know that, and I know that. You can't judge a season by the first game. There's the kickoff. And
oh no,
another fumble. I have a little special teams issues this season.
And oh man.
And that one was not good as Arthur Hill is knocked down at the 15-yard line. We're going to mark it at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 with 40 seconds left in the third quarter. And Russ is going to try to come out and do some more. But I don't know what, if anything, they can do to break into that lead that Kaufman has, that 35-6 lead. That's a heck of a lead, Christian.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing about first games. I mean, obviously, I know a lot about that. These games are not going to be easy, the first 4 or the first 3 or whatever division or classification that you're in. So Russ, right now, they have a lot of growth. They have a lot of developing to do. And, miscommunication.
Well, Stearns makes a good out of it and gets about right back to the line of scrimmage, so no loss on the play. And the clock is going to run at 25 seconds left in the third quarter, and I'm not sure if they're just going to let it run out or if they're going to try to get a play in right beforehand. The play clock is at 30 seconds. The game clock's at 13, so that's not going to play a factor. And it looks like they're going to let the clock run down. So we're going to head on to the fourth quarter, as that was the final play of the third quarter. And the big 4 is going to come up. Everybody putting their hands up now for 4. As the score here is Rusk 6, Kaufman 35. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Friday Night Football on NetSN, brought to you by Brandy Garner, Texas Farm Bureau. We'll be right back.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
And we are back to start the fourth quarter. Rusk will have the ball, 2nd down and 10 from their own 16-yard line. And this is all she wrote. It's going to be a handoff. And a good little play. He's going to gain about 7 yards. And trying to see who that is, Christian. Do you see who it is?
Extracurricular activity. That's what I see.
Yeah, is that Lane? Is Lane back into the game? Or is that,
no, that's Horn again.
Horn again. So it'll bring up 4th down. I was wrong on that last one. I thought it was 2nd down. It was 3rd down. So this wait. They keep changing it up on me. Now it's 3rd down and 3. I was looking over at the chain gang.
They have to get something right here.
And it's going to be a handoff to Horn to the outside. He's going to take it off the tackle, and he gets the 1st down and a little bit more. And a player for Rusk is going off the field over there. Marley Gonzalez. Looks like he got a little cramp, a little hamstring cramp. Trainer going to take a look at him. 10:55 left in the ball game. 1st and 10 from their 30-yard line. And there's a handoff up the middle of Horn again. He goes around to the tackle side on the right-hand side, gets about 5 or 6 yards. It looks like 6 yards. And a good gain. It'll be second down from the 36-yard line. 4 yards to go. And not sure. I guess they're just kind of buying their time here because really you got 9:55 left in the ballgame, Christian. Not a lot of giddy up over on the Rusk side there. Man in motion. Stearns gets the ball.
Kaufman reset on defense.
Yep. And they changed it up. Horn takes it on the right-hand side, goes around tackle. He finds it, but got a flag on the play and got probably a holding. And I believe it's going to be a pancake. Well, you got a little bit of a pancake block there.
So yeah, holding.
So I look and it was in that. It was in the area of holding. And let's see what Mr. Referee says. I'm betting it's holding. Yep, that's what it is. Usually when the flag is thrown in that area, right behind and right at, especially right at somebody, yeah, that's going to be a holding penalty. So it's going to be holding. That's going to back Rusk up. That's just not what you need. That's tired. That's tired right there. That's not what you want. So that'll back him up. It'll be second down and 14. And Stearns ready for the ball. Man in motion. Empty backfield. And finds a receiver over his head. And the intended receiver was number 88, Jackson Warren Davis for Rusk. That's going to bring up third down. 45-0 is now the White House score.
Oh, man.
Chapel Hill Jasper 49-14 is the score there. That's the last update. And that wasn't very long ago. About 4 or 5 minutes ago. They're in the third quarter there. And Jasper. Van over Dallas left 28-20.
That's a good game.
And a good game there in Dallas Carter. It's handoff up the middle. Lane, I believe. It could be Horn again, but I believe it was Lane.
And another score update. You still got Carthage 9-7.
Mount Enterprise 40, Carlisle 13.
And just a little bit out of this region that people might wonder, I did see North Shore 35-0 over South Oak Cliff.
Punt team comes out for Rusk. And there's the punt. It's going to be high, and arm was waved. And he ran it again. The last score we had was a halftime score for the Hawkins and Maude game, and that was a 56-8 score. Don't know what it is right now, but as of halftime, that was 56-8. Joaquin Frankston scored. That's a good game, 37-30. Joaquin leads at 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. And we have a halftime score. ARP leads Harleton 6-0 at halftime. That's a defensive ball game right there. You can tell just by that. Nacogdoches leading Palestine 27-10 in the third quarter. We got 8 minutes, 13 seconds left here in Kaufman. 35-6 is the score. Kaufman has the ball on their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. And Burleson takes the ball back. And looking for a receiver. Deep ball. It has a wide open. And it's going to be a flag on the play. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Because I don't think they do spot fouls for pass interference in high school. While they're divvying that out, Canton over Nevada Community with 10.5 minutes left in the ballgame, 14-8. We're going to be driving through Canton later on. Redwater, final score, Redwater 28, Brook Hill 31. So Brook Hill with the win over Redwater. Good job for the Brook Hill Guard, one of our teams that we covered this season. It's going to be first down and 10 after that penalty. And Burleson with the pass to the outside. That's going to be to Brown. Brown gets a wide open field to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. No laundry on the field. And the Kaufman Lions just add to the score.
It's been a rough night for Rusk.
There's the Poltergeist again. And intern Claire will say it's because they have the Texas Aggie fight song as their school fight song.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
At least it's not the Longhorn song. We're good on that one.
Oh, thank God,
Texas
no.
Fight. Just say Boomer Sooner on that one. Probably get some hate for that, but I don't really care.
Yeah. And if I say what my team is, everybody really ain't going to like it.
We have a update, 11.5 minutes, or 11:50 left in the Center Jacksonville game. Center leading 32-0. One of our sister stations over there for NetSN, 32-0. Jacksonville is losing to Center. Point after attempt. Here's the point after attempt for Kaufman. Trying to see who it is. I think it's a different player. Got some movement, and yep, that's going to move. Rusk moved just a tad, and I think one of the offensive linemen moved a little bit and caused a little bit of a distraction there. A little halftime score.
Offside. Defense. Half the distance.
Defensive offsides on that. You don't see that very often.
No.
San Augustine leading Beckville 40-37. Cayuga losing to Grapeland 36-14. That's a final. Here's the extra point.
I just want to give everybody a quick update. Kilgore is on the 1 yard line, trailing by 1 against Carthage.
And the extra point was good. And Rodolfo Guyana was the kicker for that one. And so that's why I was trying, because I knew it was a different kicker. I wanted to make sure I got the right name. So with 7:53 left in the ball game, 42-6 is your score. We have a third quarter score. Sabine is losing right now to Spring Hill, 48-39 in the third quarter.
And Kilgore just scored a 1 yard touchdown versus Carthage. Puts them up 14-9.
And Pine Tree, listen to this one. Pine Tree, Gilmer tied at 15 with 10.5 left in the fourth quarter. That's a good game right there. Pine Tree is a picked team this year. They're picked pretty high. They're
former 5A.
Yeah.
Was in a district with Texas High, Hallsville. White House included.
Going to be a tough team to play this season.
It's just what a great night for Kaufman. But this is a win that you need to establish who you can be.
Here's the kick. It's a high kick, and
they got
what
the
are
ball
they doing? Kaufman's going to get the ball. I wasn't really sure.
Oh, wait, no, Russ got it.
Wow. And a good head on the shoulders of Xavier Reggie, who went and got the ball. Some other players just, I guess they thought it was a punt or something. They just left the ball
and it went
going.
well past 10 yards.
Yeah. And I don't know if they just didn't think about it or what, but they just kind of left it kind of up in the air there. No pun intended.
First attempt, Dave Kaufman, 47-yard line.
So Rusk will get the ball in Kaufman territory, 1st and 10. 7:50 left in the ball game. Stearns gets the ball, and it's a handoff to Horn. Horn to the outside. He's hit in the backfield and spins and loses it and tries to gain a little bit more. Jimmy Crawford with the secondary hit. I'm trying to see who hit him the first time. I believe it was number 11, Cameron McLean, who came in with the initial hit in the backfield. And we have a player on the field that's hurt, and we're going to take a timeout on that. Let's see if the I think we got a lot of cramping going on. It's early in the season, Christian, and that's when you see a lot of these cramping going on.
Oh yeah,
with these players as they play a full-time game here. But it's tough on these players. I don't know who's down. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back as they take a timeout on the field. Don't go anywhere.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
And that was Julian Diarra getting up on his own power and jogging off the field. And once again, like I said, it looked like it was just a cramp issue. 7:28 left in the ball game. And the Eagles with the ball.
Horn again.
Horn with the ball, and
oh man,
he gets hit initially, but he can drag it and keep it going. Gains of about 5 on the play. You're going to mark him at 6, so he gets 6 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. Third down and 4, excuse me. Correction on that. 6:28 left in the ball game. Horn in motion. Stearns.
A false start.
Looks like a little bit of the old Dallas Cowboys with the raising up. It's going to be a handoff to Horn, and he better be careful. He's going to be hit from behind, but it didn't matter. He got hit from front too. And a little bit more extracurricular. Got a little bit of nerve, a little bit of mood going. Cameron McLean once again with the hit. 5:56 left in the ball game. 4th down, and I believe Rusk is just going to keep their offense on the field. And here they come, Stearns, leading his team up to the line. Horn to his right. There's the snap, handoff to Horn. He goes to the outside, finds a hole, and gets the 1st down, and more down to the 28-yard line. Clock's going to stop for just a second, and Rusk will head up to that line of scrimmage. So they're not going to go quietly into that good night. As 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line with 4:53 left in the ball game. Horn to the outside, gets past a couple, gets about a 5-yard gain, stays in bounds, and the clock will still run. So 4:18 and counting. And got an updated score, got a final in Crandall. Mount Pleasant loses to Crandall 30-27.
Wow.
That's a close one. That would have been a good game. Man in motion. Stearns with a handoff to Horn. Horn to the left-hand side that time, but gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And a great job. Andy Wilson, number 58. Good job there on the defense by Wilson.
Third down, 6.
It's going to be third down from the 25-yard line. 3:11 left in the ball game. And Pine Tree up 22-15 now with 3 minutes left in the ball game over Gilmer.
Up over state champion Gilmer.
Yep. And state champion Gilmer's
see if Gilmer can defend their crown this year.
Yeah, looking to lose their first game of the season. There's a handoff to Horn, and he loses the ball, and Kaufman's going to grab it.
And that'll do it.
And that's going to be your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Barring anything going. And that was just, and Horn just has had a tough time tonight just keeping that ball.
Well, I will say he has been consistent running the ball. He's had open spaces, but just trouble hanging on to the ball. But also, this whole Rusk team has had trouble here tonight, and it honestly don't think they'll have a good bus ride home.
Now, I don't know. I just got an update. 14-8 in the fourth quarter. Kilgore over Carthage.
Oh, so it is 8.
Yes.
It's 8. Okay.
Yeah, 14-8 over Carthage right now in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is starting, or has started. 2:42 as Burleson hands off up the middle to Rose. Rose bouncing around, trying to find it. He has a wide open, a good wall over to the side. He gets to the 30 and pushed out of bounds, but are they going to keep the clock going?
Oh, man, this guy.
And Rose just is a phenomenal little running back.
I mean, he might need to start the rest of the year.
Elijah Rose, or junior for Kaufman.
And, I mean, they have him for another year with him. I mean, honestly, he might transition into a big star on this team the rest of the year.
And he could. He has that ability, and he could be a double threat for Kaufman. Kaufman showing a good possibility here. Longview Lufkin final 7, Longview Lufkin 3. And that's a final score as Longview wins their first game.
That is a close score, but the thing about Longview this year, they really don't have a quarterback.
Right.
they don't have a quarterback, so I'm not entirely shocked, but I am, I'm shocked a little bit. I'm shocked.
Minute 25 left in the ball game. Kaufman has the ball, second down. It's going to be handoff up the middle. And that was a good run. Number 40, Noah Garrett. He'll take that up the middle. And it'll be third down with 1:09 left in the ball game. Third down and about 2. They're going to waste as much time as possible.
I'll tell you what, right now, Kilgore and Carthage, that's kind of looking reminiscent of last year a little bit.
And man in motion. Burleson in the backfield. 40 seconds left. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it and going to throw it. And that's going to be caught. Knocked out of bounds is number 15, Miles, and they're going to keep the clock running. 30 seconds left. And that may be the final play of the ball game, as the play clock's
And that probably will
much
be.
more. And we're going to see how that goes, how they break it down.
They're getting on the 50.
Yep, and they're going to break it down. That's going to be the final play of the game, and the clock will run down, and that's the ball game here in Kaufman. Your final score is Kaufman 42, Rusk 6. And Christian, I'm going to say you can't base, like I've said, you can't base the season on this, but Kaufman has made a very good comeback to start the season compared to what they did last season.
Well, yeah, I would say that, and Kaufman does have a tough schedule. One of the teams I do know that it's in their district is Corsicana, and that's not always easy. But they also have Ennis coming up. So, you know, it's a great start, but I think they're going to have to keep doing that the entire season.
Yeah.
Rusk, I will say this about Rusk. They had a bad night.
Right.
Defensively and mostly offensively. So it's going to be a challenge this year for Rusk, but they have to stay encouraged, have to stay disciplined.
And again, it is the first game.
It's the first game. You know, my senior year when I was at Chapel Hill, we lost to Gilmer the first game. And what was so bad about that game, it was so bad that Gilmer actually planted their flag in the middle of the field on our logo, and a little fight after that.
I did watch that.
But that's the frustration that we had, and also we lost the next game too. So, but we bounced back.
So I believe it's going to be a good season for both teams, with Kaufman definitely showing a good start for the season. Rusk has a little bit to work on. They're going to develop. They're going to do a good job. But I think both teams had some good and some bad and some things that they're going to develop on.
Right.
So it's going to be a great way to start the season. It's going to be awesome to see. It's good to be back on the air. It's good to be back in the saddle again. Good to be with you, Rob, on the camera. What's up, guys? I'm glad that you're with us. From Homer Norville Field, I'm Keith Whitman. Got Christian Blevins, Rob Mullins on the camera, saying good night from NetSN. Don't forget to download the app. We'll see y'all next time on NetSN.